Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today we are holding our second hearing in this committee on this tragic oil spill and the 44th hearing in Congress since this happened. We're going to talk about the result of the spill, the legal remedies, and the Jones Act. I want to first say to Mrs. Anderson and Mrs. Roshto that our hearts go out to you. What you have suffered, we know, is just unimaginable, and we just hope that we can settle some things here that will keep maybe you from having to go through this type of experience or others like this experience in the future. We are now looking at a leak that started over 2 months ago, and we're told that the leak will probably not really be stopped for another month and a half. And to date, 140 million gallons of oil have leaked into the Gulf of Mexico. So clearly this is unacceptable, and clearly we need to be looking for ways to prevent this type of action in the future from happening, but also learn how to respond more quickly to mitigate the damage. I want to talk about the Jones Act, and I'm glad that you're with us, Mr. McAllister, because you have experience with trying to bring skimmers in to be helpful, and I want you to describe later the problems that you have encountered. To date, over 20 countries have offered response vessels and expertise to assist in the cleanup of the Gulf. But because of the 1920 Merchant Marine Act, known as the Jones Act, foreign vessels are prohibited from operating within 3 miles of the U.S. coastline except after going through an extended process for waivers. However, the waivers have not been granted for foreign skimmers to come within the 3 miles, and that's where we need them right now. 3 days after Hurricane Katrina, the previous administration waived the Jones Act so that foreign countries could send vessels in to help. Yet despite the situation that we have, the Jones Act has not been granted any waivers in this oil spill, and we are seeing the oil seep onto the shores. I have introduced Senate Bill 3512, the Waiver Act, co-sponsored by Senators Lemieux, Cornyn, Isaacson, McCain, Barrasso, Bond, and Sessions. This would just allow the waivers to occur immediately so that obviously under the auspices of the Coast Guard, these foreign vessels could come in and help with the mitigation of the damage. And with each hour that passes, such a waiver is one more hour that the communities in most need of assistance are forced to go without it. I hope that, frankly, the President will waive it on his own. He can do it. He should do it. We can get this hurdle out of the way right now. I introduced the legislation. I hope that we can pass it because I think it will give some real help. I want to also say that I think we can work together for planning for the future. But as I have said before, I don't think we should stop drilling in the Gulf where we have safely drilled for 40 years. But I think we need to take the steps to assure that we do it safely, that we protect the Gulf, that we protect the shores, that we protect the environment. But I think we can do that, and I think we can do it in an expeditious way if we all work together. And I hope that's what we can achieve through these hearings and hopefully legislation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Hutchinson. We will now, neither Senator Lautenberg nor Senator Thune are here, and so we will proceed to the witnesses.